Welcome to another episode of Hey, we got a new client. And we like to, when we win new deals or bring on new logos, the episode, we don't name names or go too deep into them. We want to make sure we get their blessing down the road, have them be a formal testimonial. But we'd like to talk about what's going on in the Salesforce ecosystem and how we acquired a new logo. We think that prospects would appreciate it. We also think our friends at Salesforce would. So Ryan, take us back to about 2 months ago when we got a lead and we had a failed implementation from a partner that resulted in us having to put together a managed services program for these guys. Take us back to what was happening when we had that first phone call.
Sure. So once we got the lead figured out and set up and understand what they wanted, we discovered they were local here in the Philadelphia region. It's perfect in our backyard. And they were having frustrations with responsiveness with their current partner. They wanted a new take on the way that Salesforce is delivered to them. And our approach is that we lead the client through the Salesforce dance, so to speak. And we have a team of folks that swarm the account, make sure we've got project manager, coordination, solution architect, developers to really make the delivery of the delivery of the Salesforce services for the client feel as if they just are being led through the entire engagement, right? They don't have to think. They tell us what they want, and then we make that happen for them.
Yeah. And I think I remember getting on those first calls. It was shocking to hear that the implementer had spent 10 months building. This happens to be a sales service and field service lightning implementation. And it seems like by the time we got real close to go live, our new client just didn't really understand what they had across the platform. So it really is amazing. Nothing against our talent. Nothing against the previous partner's talent, but we do see a big trend in the industry right now where we've been taking logos based on communication, responsiveness, feedback, and something we always call like crazy ideas. So we have a concept here, right, where we say we should challenge the customer and always have 3 times whatever they're paying us, 3 times as many ideas. So I do think that communication strategy, the way that we challenge what they do, and then as you mentioned, we have a tool that we run that does both the technical review of the architecture, and then all we need is maybe an hour with the client to talk about the business, right? What 3 things drive success at the business? What 3 things does Salesforce do to facilitate that? What 3 things could Salesforce do in the future to help with that? And I find it really amazing, right? Again, no offense to our technical chops, that we continue to acquire new logos because we're responsive. For the Salesforce people out there who have some red accounts or people who are frustrated, hey, our superpower is responsiveness.
Joe, one of the things I want to piggyback on that you said is we talk to the business. That sets us apart. We're not only Salesforce consultants, but we also understand the business flows and processes. So we're combining Salesforce and business consulting together and providing that as a boutique Salesforce.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I do think for years, I remember back in my recruiting days, the biggest concern of human resources when the candidates are interviewing for a job is that no one ever asks about the business. So it is interesting that you and I naturally, frankly, you and I are probably more often
We
interested
want the
in.
business to succeed.
Yeah. Well, and I would say oftentimes I'm more interested in what they do and how they do it than how they're going to use Salesforce. Right. Yeah.
I'm more
Yeah.
interested in how can we eliminate a number of different tasks or inefficient processes with the automation of Salesforce so they can sell more or
Yeah.
service the customers more depending on the situation. In this
Yeah.
case, it's servicing customers.
Yeah. So the summary here is we got a new logo. We'd love to have them. And for those of you out there that are looking for someone to help take your Salesforce org to a place where it really does contribute to business success, consider reaching out to us. We have a lot of great tools and a really great responsiveness and communication strategy. Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks, Joe.
See you, man.